Hello everyone and welcome to Miss Riley's Maths videos. These are videos that I'm doing of homework sheets that I've given my second year class, an ordinary level class. So they're useful for revising a lot of different types of questions at once. But they're particularly aimed at the students that I'm teaching at present in second year. And I'm hoping that these videos will help you to fill in the gaps of where you didn't understand what was being asked in the homework. Okay, so this is the homework sheet from Tuesday the 7th and Wednesday the 18th of October last week, and I'll work through these questions. Which side of this triangle is the hypotenuse? Label it C. So here's a right angle triangle, and remember the hypotenuse is the side that's the longest side. Okay, it's also opposite the right angle, the 90-degree angle, which is that one. That's 90 degrees, and it doesn't make the angle. It doesn't make the right angle. So in other words, it's not a side involved in making the right angle. So the hypotenuse is this side. It's opposite the right angle. So that's C. Find the size of angle W. So here we have two straight lines that are crossed. And remember, if we've got a straight line, the whole number of degrees for that straight line is 180 degrees. So W must be the bit of 180 degrees that isn't already here in the 100 degrees. So if I subtract 100 degrees from 180 degrees, I find that W must be 80 degrees. So W equals 80 degrees. Write another ratio equal to this one, 6 is to 3. So is there a number that divides into 3 and into 6? Well, 3 goes into 3 and also goes into 6. Let's look at that ratio if it was written out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is to 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, if I knock off, actually, that's not really going to help me. So let's just say if I divide both sides by 3, 6 divided by 3 is 2, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. So a ratio of 6 is to 3 is actually a ratio of 2 is to 1. Okay? There's one lot of 3 there, but there's two lots of 3 here. So 2 is to 1. Find the size of angle M. So we've got parallel lines, and remember with parallel lines, there's a few different things going on. We know that these angles are equal. They're alternate. And we know that these angles are equal, this one and this one. They're corresponding. So what are these ones? These guys are like this one here. This is sometimes called a Z angle because this angle here and this angle here are equal. They're alternate. So 40 degrees and M are the same size. So M is 40 degrees. Alternate. Put these numbers in order of size, beginning with the smallest. So the smallest number here is the one that's furthest to the left on our number line. So if we were to do a number line, the furthest to the left would be -3, then we'd have -1. Oh no, -8 would be further, wouldn't it? -8, -3, -1, and then 0, and then 6 would be next, and then 15, and then 20. So that's -8, -3, -1, 0. So once I get to 0, I'm now into the positive numbers. And you notice how the negative numbers, although the digit looks like this is smaller than this, because it's got a negative, it's further to the left on our number line. So it's smaller. Okay, 6, 15, and 20. If you were at -8 in a lift, the floor -8, you'd be much deeper underground than floor -1. Okay. Austin and Laura win a prize of €20. Well done, Austin and Laura. It's divided between them in the ratio 3 is to 2. So let's write that down. Austin and Laura, the ratio 3 is to 2. how much money does Austin get and how much money does Laura get? So this 20 euro is being divided up in the ratio 3:2. Now, if we have 3:2, that means Austin gets 3 little bags of money and Laura gets 2 little bags of money. So altogether, there's 5 bags of money, or what we say is 5 equal parts. So if 20 euros to be divided between 5 equal parts, each part is going to be 20 divided by 5, which is 4 euro. So in each little bag, there's going to be 4 euro. So if Austin gets 3 of those little bags, he gets 3 by 4, which is 12 euro. And Laura gets 2 little bags, she gets 2 by 4, which is 8 euro. So Austin gets 12 euro and Laura gets 8 euro. Okay. Solve this equation. X plus 5 equals 8. So I want to get the x by itself. Isolate the x. How do I get the x by itself? By getting rid of that 5. It's adding on. So to get rid of it, I have to subtract it. Whatever I subtract from one side, I've got to subtract from the other. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So those cancel each other out, and 8 minus 5 is left. And here, x is left. So x is equal to 3. Add together the terms that are the same. This is the same and this is the same. They're both x's and the y's are the same. So 2x and 3x is 5x and 1y and 4y is 5y. So 5x plus 5y. So that's the solutions for the first side for Monday's homework. Hopefully that made sense to you. Let's look at Tuesday's homework. Oh, Wednesday's homework. Can't remember what happened on Tuesday. Anyway, Wednesday. Which side of this triangle is the hypotenuse? So again, it's the side that's opposite the right angle. It's the longest side and the side that doesn't make the right angle. So it's that one. C is the hypotenuse. Find the size of angle W. Now, this is a 90-degree angle. And remember, in a triangle, it's 180 degrees. So if that's 90 degrees, then what's left between the other two angles is 90 degrees. Now, see these lines here? That means it's an isosceles triangle. Those two lines mean that those two sides are the same length. Two sides, same length. And if those two sides are the same length, it means that these two angles are also the same length. So an isosceles triangle has two sides the same length, and two of the angles are the same. They're the same size. That's an isosceles triangle. Okay, so it would look something like this. Okay, that means those two angles are the same. Now they're both W. So if there's 90 degrees between them and they're both the same size, then 90 divided by 2 is 45 degrees. So W is 45 degrees. If that's 45 and that's 45, they add up to 90, and 90 and 90 is 180. Write another ratio equal to this one. So again, we've got 10 this time. Now you don't have to draw this out. I'm just trying to make it a bit visual. 10 is to 2. So I've got one lot of 2 here. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lots of 2 here. So if I divide this by 2, I get 1. And if I divide this by 2, I get 5. So another ratio equal to 10 is to 2 is 5 is to 1. Here we've got our parallel lines again. Remember, we've got the Z angles that are equal. Okay, we have, I didn't call them a name last time, but the F angles that are equal. Okay, these are the F. They are corresponding. And the Z, which are alternate. Now, that doesn't help us here because they're not alternate or corresponding. But what I can say, if that's 120, it's alternate to here or alternate to here. So that means that's 120. And if that's 120, then I know that that's a straight angle. So that must be 60. M must be 60 because a straight angle is 180 degrees. Okay, so M is 60 degrees. Okay, put these numbers in order of size, beginning with the smallest. So the furthest away from 0 is going to be -8. Then I've got -3. Then I've got -1. Is that the same as before? I think it's the same question. I'm not sure why I gave you the same question. But anyway, aren't you lucky? So this is 0. This is 6. This is 15. And this is 20. Sorry for giving you the same question. So -8, -3, -1, 0, 6, 15, and 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Harris and Tamara win a prize of €30. It's divided between them in a ratio of 5:1. So Harris gets 5 and Tamara gets 1. Sorry, Tamara. So Harris gets 5 little bags of money and Tamara gets 1 little bag of money, or 5 plus 1 equals 6 equal parts. So if we've got to divide €30 into 6 equal parts, it's €5 for each part. So Harris has 5 of those parts, so he gets €25, and Tamara has 1 of those parts, so she only gets €5. Sorry, Tamara. Hold on, Harris. Harris gets 25. Solve this equation. X plus 4 equals 6. So again, I'm trying to get x by itself, so subtract 4 from both sides. So x is equal to 2. Oh, it's done. That makes sense because 2 plus 4 is 6. Add together the terms that are the same. So 3x and -x is going to be 2x, and 2y and positive 5y is going to be 7y. 2x plus 7y. Okay, I hope that's useful. Ask me about it in class if you're not sure.